Live from downtown Detroit, Local 4 News at 5 starts now.
Day 2 of the trial of James Crumbley takes us inside the interview room. What the parents of the Oxford school shooter told investigators just hours after the tragedy. Today we got a glimpse at the chilling moments when James and Jennifer Crumbley first made contact with investigators.
Questions like, how was the gun stored? Where were the bullets? As you hear Jennifer quickly asking for an attorney. Sean Lay spent the day in court. A lot of emotional moments today, Sean.
Julian, a lot going on in this trial this week, and one of the final images and sounds that the prosecution wanted the jury to hear was from James Crumbley himself from those interview videos. Let me show you. 2.5 hours after their son shot and killed 4 Oxford high school students, the shooter's parents, James and Jennifer Crumbley, are brought into this Oakland County Sheriff's interview room. This is the video of those dramatic moments that day. Jennifer Crumbley demands an attorney almost the moment James Crumbley begins to speak.
Ruling on a test for a practice test. Do you think you should probably have a lawyer?
Let me show you the key. The jury hearing from James Crumbley, telling investigators where his son got the handgun used in the rampage that day.
Where was it going to happen? It was hidden in our arm, in the case. And the bullets were hidden in a completely different spot, underneath some jeans. I raced home. And I messed you saw the cops. After I saw the cops, after I found I was an active shooter, after what went on this morning, I immediately raced home and found the gun in his hand. That's when I called you guys. I called you guys right away and let you know.
Investigators then took the parents in to see their son, but the parents are in and out without really speaking to their son except for this.
Why? I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you.
All right, back here live outside the courthouse. I want to focus on that little piece of video we just showed you of James and Jennifer Crumbley in the interview room, the shooter in the corner. That's their son. They barely say anything to him and they start backing out. We saw this, Kimberly and Devin, in the Jennifer Crumbley trial, but there's something new about it that the prosecution, Mark Keast, pointed out to the jury today, that as James Crumbley is backing out, he is saying, I love you, I love you, I love you, and continues to say that. Keast is saying that he's trying to cover up his son saying, I did it. So we'll break that more down at 6 o'clock. We'll have all the video on the website, too. You can watch it. And Keast is telling the jury he was trying to cover up his son saying, I did it. Very interesting tidbit there. Much more at 6.
Sure is. All right, Sean, we will see you then. Now ahead here at 5:30 are Krista McDonald, also, of course, following with a very close eye on what's been happening inside the courtroom, answering your questions, things like why James Crumbley is always putting on and taking off his tie, and if the witnesses are following the same pattern as we saw in Jennifer Crumbley's trial. That's coming up here ahead at 5:30.
Now to new information into that massive fire and series of explosions that rocked Clinton Township Monday night. Right now, investigators can't even get on the property because parts of it are still burning. The fire department says 2 million gallons of water have been used to try to put that fire out.
Yeah, it comes as people continue to find all those canisters that went shooting into the air like missiles. Priya Mann live on this story for us. It is still a real mess out there days later, Priya.
Oh, that's right, Devin and Kimberly, and wait till you see the Drone 4 video. You mentioned 2 million gallons of water. Officials are also hoping all this rain will help quell some of those hot spots. If you can see behind me, those are federal agents. They have spent the day on the ground. Also want to draw your attention to the row of canisters. You mentioned that they were propelled like missiles into the air. Well, wait until you find out how far away some of these canisters were collected.
You can see the smoke rising from certain areas.
Drone 4 shows the massive undertaking ahead in Clinton Township. The blast site is still too dangerous for investigators to sift through.
The major issue we have is obviously the structural steel. You can only imagine how heavy that is. Obviously, heavy equipment's going to have to get in there to start picking that apart so we can get to the bottom of what's going on there.
It might be a process of removing steel, letting the area cool down, applying water.
Under those beams are unexploded canisters, some filled with the highly flammable chemicals butane or nitrous oxide. Hazardous materials in quantities township officials say should never have been stored at the facility.
We will find out through our investigation
what happened, who did it, who is responsible, and somebody will be held accountable.
A stunning development today. Debris from the blast site was found up to 2 miles away from the facility. Now federal agencies, including the ATF and the EPA, are on the ground.
And it has begun the process of collecting potential contaminated fire debris and other hazardous substances, including vape pens and lithium batteries.
Officials say this investigation is a marathon, not a sprint.
We're not going to go in there until it's safe. I'm not going to let one of these people step foot in there until we can guarantee that there won't be any injuries or fatalities to our staff.
And this is certainly going to be a lengthy investigation. Officials saying they will likely start to get onto the actual property where that building is by next week. And you can see behind me, you see a burnt out car, you see a shell of the building. So there's not a lot left here on the exterior, but boy, it is going to take a long time to kind of clear out what's inside. I also want to draw your attention across 15 Mile there. We've also got a QR code up on your screen right now. That's for businesses or for homeowners with damage. We saw crews working on the roof of that building across from this facility, patching up the roof there. That QR code, you can scan it right now and it will take you directly to the website where you can self-report any damage. There's also a phone number on there if you see any of those metal canisters. So again, this is going to be a lengthy investigation. And you know, officials also said that Pete Lucito's office, his major crimes unit, is also ready, standing by as this investigation plays out to see what charges could be coming. Reporting live tonight in Clinton Township, I'm Priya Mann, Local 4.
And Priya, Township officials are really worried about people picking up those canisters. They've brought this up a number of times now.
Yeah, several times, and you just saw that row there behind me. Those were picked up like 2 miles away. The danger here is that those canisters could still potentially contain some harmful chemicals if you picked them up from this site. And coming up at 6 o'clock, you're going to hear exactly why officials are sounding the alarm and what you need to know and what you can do if you have one of those canisters in your home. We cover all of that at 6 o'clock.
Good deal. We'll see you then. All right, Priya.
A 13-year-old boy has died after the house he was in caught fire late last night. It happened at the Creekwood Mobile Home Park in Burton. That's east of Flint. Police say the homeowner was able to get her daughter out, but just couldn't get to her son in time. Right now, state police are investigating the cause. 2 homes next door were also damaged.
Fiery, amped up. 2 of the descriptions of President Biden's State of the Union speech last night, touting his accomplishments. He took on critics and hecklers, too. But the big question remains, heading into the general election, is it enough to sway voters?
The President of the United States.
Fresh off a fiery campaign-style address to a huge national audience, President Biden shifting to the ground game in a series of battleground states. First up, Pennsylvania. Many voters here feel the president's forceful State of the Union delivery eased concerns about his age.
I was so happy I jumped out of my seat at the end.
Others want to see him back up his words.
They say things. I like action, so we'll see what happens as he moves forward.
As the clock ticks down to win over voters before the November election, President Biden went after his Republican rival.
You can't love your country only when you win.
On issue after issue, including abortion rights.
He's the reason it was overturned, and he brags about it.
Without ever saying his name. Former President Trump, meanwhile, released a new campaign ad splicing some stumbles from the speech with moments from his past State of the Unions.
America will be empowered by our aspirations.
Alabama Senator Katie Britt, in her intense Republican rebuttal, slammed President Biden's border policies.
This crisis is despicable. And the truth is, it is almost entirely preventable.
The president sought to shift the blame to House Republicans for rejecting a bipartisan border security bill.
We can fight about fixing the border, or we can fix it.
President Biden looking to flip the script.
The issue facing our nation isn't how old we are. It's how old are our ideas.
In an official kickoff to the 2024 general election campaign. Both President Biden and former President Trump set to campaign this weekend in Georgia, site of the next primary.
All right, now to the weather, and there's a lot of rain moving through right now as you look here at Exact Track 4D radar.
And from the looks of it, it's going to stick around for at least part of the weekend. Let's get over to Brett Collar in for Kim Adams tonight. Brett?
Yeah, if you're going to be out this evening, you'll want to keep the umbrellas with you. And if you're heading home out on the roads these next couple of hours, maybe give yourself some extra time because they are definitely wet because of the rain falling. The clouds and the rain also keeping temperatures at bay. We're in the 40s. I want to point out this bottom number. That's the visibility. It's lower than it usually is, but because the rain is more light to moderate rain, visibilities are okay at the moment. They could get a little bit lower, though, later on this evening. Exact Track 4D radar, for the most part, just light to moderate rain, but some of the deeper, darker greens, Taylor down towards Flat Rock, Woodhaven, over towards Ecorse, and Wyandotte could be coming down a touch heavier. Also seeing that in parts of Monroe County, parts of Washtenaw County as well. But for the rest of this evening, the rain stays with us. It's just going to be now through about 4 a.m. that the showers will be falling. Temps are actually going to slowly creep up between now and about midnight, and then they go down big time this weekend. And with the colder temps, maybe some snow.